What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys, and it has been about 2 or 3 weeks since my last video. It's been long. I don't know if it's been that long, but it's been quite long, and I do apologize for that. I've just been busy with cons and family vacations, so I haven't had time to make a video, but I have a free day before my work weekend starts, so I wanted to make a video for you guys today and continue on with my Scream Factory collection. And this is going to be part 2. I'm going to start with the Fs. I have no Scream Factory titles that begin with the letter E, so I'm just going to continue on, and I will have part 3, which is going to be the final Scream Factory collection video, up either this week with this video or the week after, so I haven't decided yet. But gonna get started with part 2. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you're a fan of these movies, these are definitely some of the best additions to get. I love Scream Factory. I think they're overall an awesome company, and they do a fantastic job. So the first one, starting with the Fs, is The Final Terror. This is a low-budget, underrated 80s slasher movie gem that I really enjoy. I have a lot of fun watching this movie. I didn't at first because I had the old, really terrible transfer, so I didn't really appreciate the movie then, but once Scream Factory released this film with the better transfer, which I'm telling you is the best transfer this movie's ever going to get, I became a fan, and I really enjoy watching this movie. This is one of those backwoods slashers that I put on several times. You know, it never gets old for me. And I love this movie, love this edition. It is great overall. You know, not a lot of bonus features, but I think the best thing about this film is definitely the transfer itself. So if you're interested in checking out The Final Terror, if you're a fan of 80s slasher movies, if you like backwoods slasher films, or in-the-woods slasher movies, and if you're looking for a good new slasher film to watch that you've never seen before, check out The Final Terror. Definitely worth picking up. And I think it's really cheap too. One of their cheaper titles. The next one came out, I believe, in April or March, and it is Firestarter. This is one of their latest ones, and I am a fan of this film, so it was one for me to pick up. You know, I had the double feature of part 1 and part 2 that Universal brought out. It was the DVD. And I'm not a fan of part 2 at all, so I had that for the longest time. And I was originally going to get the really cheap Blu-ray that Universal brought out of the first film, but I decided to wait because they announced this release. And I'm a Scream Factory fan, and I had to pick this one up. So definitely one worthy of picking up if you are a fan of this film. Really awesome artwork, and just a really nice edition of the movie. It has a great transfer, and it has some pretty good bonus features on it as well. So they did a really good job for a horror movie, thriller, that really doesn't get talked about unless you are a die-hard fan of 80s thrillers and horror movies. But yeah, it's Drew Barrymore when I think after E.T., sometime after E.T., she did this movie. A very young Drew Barrymore. And a great cast overall. So Firestarter, a must if you are a fan of this movie. And of course the original artwork. And you get the Blu-ray. Now I had, like I said, the old DVD triple feature, or not triple feature, double feature. And I just put the original Firestarter DVD in here because sometimes I travel, and when I travel I like to bring some movies. And if I ever am in the mood for Firestarter when I'm on the road, I like to have a DVD copy. So, very cool edition. Must buy if you are a fan of the movie. The next one is The Fog. This is one of my favorite Scream Factory releases. I really love the artwork. I think it's great overall. At first I didn't really care for it too much, but over the years I've really grown to love this. And just really love the simple colors, the characters on the front. I think they did a great job with this one. And I love this release. The transfer is the best the movie's ever looked. I love the transfer. And it has some awesome bonus features on it, especially the Jamie Lee Curtis interview where she was really coming back and talking about her horror movie career. She went to a convention, Horror Hound, back in 2012, and I got to meet her. That was awesome. You know, she went on to do Scream Queen Season 1 and 2, so, you know, she made a comeback in the horror genre, and she did a really awesome interview on this Blu-ray talking about her career in horror movies and why she left the horror genre back in the 80s. So, just really awesome, very informative interview from her, and overall a fantastic release that I'm happy to own. I think it's awesome, and of course you get that original artwork there. Can't speak, it's been a while. So, but yeah, if you're a fan of this movie, definitely pick it up. Like I said, it's the best the movie's ever gonna look, in my opinion, and it's a great release. And I know they just released it in steelbook format. I'm gonna skip out on it. You know, they can release the steelbooks, but if I have the movie and if it's the same edition with the same bonus content, I'm happy with the previous release, and I actually prefer that artwork over the original. So, or not the original, but the steelbook. The next one was a film that I saw way back when. I loved it immediately, and when they announced that they were releasing this on Blu-ray or on Scream Factory release, I had to pick it up, and it is From Beyond. One of their very first, I wouldn't say very first, but close to one of their very first releases. And this is when they had DVD Blu-ray combos and all of that, so they don't really do that anymore. But From Beyond, I love this movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but this would probably be my favorite Stuart Gordon movie. I believe he directed this one. He directed Reanimator, and I love Reanimator, but I remember liking this one a little bit more. And it's underrated compared to Reanimator. A lot of people, I think people have seen this movie, but it doesn't get as talked about like Reanimator does. It was his follow-up movie. But From Beyond, like I said, I love the movie. I've loved it ever since I first saw it. And even though I haven't seen it in a while, it is one of those movies that I think I'll love for years and years to come. A lot of people didn't like this artwork. I actually loved this artwork from Scream Factory. I thought they did a fantastic job with that. I love the colors, very bright. And this is loaded with a lot of bonus features, which is a plus for me. I love that. So, definitely an awesome addition to get if you love Stuart Gordon films and you want the best editions of his movies. This one is one to get. I know they release dolls, but I'm actually not a fan of dolls. I know, I just can't get into that one. But I do love From Beyond. They use the original artwork there, which is pretty cool, but I actually prefer this artwork. I know, crazy. But yeah, definitely one to pick up if you are a fan of the movie. It is a must-buy, and just really neat. One of their best editions, so. The next one was one of their very first Scream Factory releases when they did their very first lineup. And I've always been a fan of this movie. It actually creeped me out when I was, I think like 12 or 13. I remember coming on at like midnight on AMC when they used to play horror movies on Friday. And I just remember one scene that creeped me out, and it's the one scene where the kid's looking under the funhouse, which is the funhouse, and the creature comes out. I just remember that scene creeping me out, and I love the funhouse. Awesome movie in my opinion. Again, a lot of these movies are awesome. The reason why I own these movies is they're awesome. But this is an awesome movie, and I think it's actually one of the underrated slasher movies from the 80s. A lot of people don't talk about it unless you're a die-hard slasher movie fan. And I love this movie. It's one that I either watch like every so often or every October. Especially in October. I think I love watching this around October just because it has such a creepy atmosphere in my opinion. I love the premise. I like the characters. You know, overall the characters, especially the main four, are actually really likable from what I remember. And the creature, very creepy. So, but yeah, the Funhouse, if you're a fan of this movie, like any of the other ones I'm talking about, this is the one to pick up. It is a great addition. It has some really decent bonus features on there. But like I said, if you're a fan of the movie, pick up this edition. I know Arrow did one, and I had that one for the longest time, but when they came out with this edition, I picked up this one and gave that other edition to a friend of mine. The next one is Ginger Snaps, going into the G's, but yeah. Ginger Snaps, love this movie. Again, like a lot of them, I do love it. But it's one of my favorite werewolf films, and people talk about it if you're a die-hard werewolf fan, but, you know, that's only the fans that talk about it, unless you're a die-hard horror movie fan. But for me, this is just one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. I love this movie. Never gets old for me. I think it's great, and this is an awesome addition of the film. So there's the new artwork there. Love it. And then you have the original artwork as well. This is a film I saw back in 2007, I believe, for the first time. And I immediately fell in love with the film, and it never gets old for me. Great movie. Has 2 sequels. I really like the sequels overall, but this is the best one, in my opinion. The next one is a horror movie I never saw until I picked up the Scream Factory release. I've heard about this movie. I remember the DVD being out of print and really expensive. So I went into this movie blind buying it, and I wound up loving it. It is really cheesy. It's the director from The Exorcist, William Friedkin, and that is The Guardian. You know, it's campy beyond camp. Some of the special effects might be a little bit outdated, but I love The Guardian. I have a blast with this movie. It is a fun 80s horror film, and that's what it is. It's not meant to be serious, or I think they were trying to make it serious, but if you go into the movie thinking it's going to be serious, I think you might be disappointed. If you go into this movie thinking you're going to have a fun time watching an 80s horror movie, then I think you'll love it. Scream Factory did a great job with the first Blu-ray release of this movie. And I was very pleased with the transfer, and it has, for a non-collector's edition, some great bonus features with the cast and crew and director talking about the movie. So, The Guardian, it's not an Exorcist, but it is a fun 80s horror movie. So, definitely check out The Guardian if you've never seen it. This next edition, I won't really go into too much detail because a lot of people know about this set, but... And I think, yeah, where was I going? A lot of people know about this set, but this is one of my favorite, if not favorite, Scream Factory release because it is my favorite horror movie series, and that is the Halloween Collector's Edition box set. Now, they released a standard box set, but you didn't have the bonus content in that, and you didn't have the Halloween 6 Producer's Cut, but you can also get that one now on an individual Blu-ray release, and it's really cheap. So if you don't have this box set, and if you have the standard box set, and if you want the producer's cut, you can just pick up that Blu-ray. But I don't think it has the bonus content. And for me, I love this series, so I had to get the best one. I had to get the one with all the bonus content, and I am really happy with this release. I love the collector's edition. I think it's fantastic. I love the outside artwork. I love the way this is packaged. And then I'll show you real quick the individual Blu-rays. Now they come in black cases, which I think is fantastic. You have the original Halloween, which is awesome. Now it comes with 2 different versions of the movie, not the TV version, but you get the old Anchor Bay Blu-ray that had the new transfer, or the first alternate transfer. And then you have the Digibook transfer of the movie, which was the approved cut of the film. And I love that transfer. I know some people like the other transfer, and I don't have a problem with it, because I also had the old Anchor Bay Blu-ray. And that was the way I watched the movie for quite a bit until that Digibook came out. But I love that new transfer that originally came with the Digibook, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you love Halloween, if you love the series, this is a must-own box set because you get some cool stuff. So there's Halloween. You have Halloween 2, which I had the old Scream Factory releases, and I kind of regret getting rid of them just because they were the very first Scream Factory Blu-rays. But basically, this is the same edition of Halloween 2. You get the theatrical cut, you get the TV version, and then you get all the same bonus features. And I love these bonus features. When they first came out from Scream Factory, those original Blu-rays, those bonus features were amazing. It was something I had never really seen before, because Halloween, the sequels, never really got talked about. They didn't really have the best content when it came to making ofs. And I love Halloween 2, so for me, when I watched the documentary on the film, I loved it. It was fantastic. It's still one of my favorite additions to own when it comes to bonus features. So, and like I said, you get the theatrical cut and you get the TV cut. I definitely prefer the theatrical cut, but the TV cut's fun to look at. There's some added scenes that they had to film for the TV cut, and those were fun to watch. So Halloween 2, I love it. Then you got Halloween 3. Personally love this movie. It gets way too much hate. Yes, it's not a Michael Myers movie, but it's still a great Halloween-themed, perfect movie to watch in October movie. And so Halloween 3, I've always loved that original artwork. And again, you get all the really awesome bonus content that that original Blu-ray had. Halloween 4. You know, for me, the only disappointing thing about this box set was the original Blu-ray disc itself that came with this. The picture was out of sync at times. So what I did was I just replaced that that Blu-ray disc, and I put this Halloween 4 one in there. I got this really cheap online because I wanted the best transfer of the movie. So that was my only overall disappointment with this set. But overall, Halloween 4 is one of my favorites in the series, and you know, very happy that Scream Factory / Anchor Bay / Dimension came together and put all these movies in one box set. So, you know, like I said, it is a flaw. It does have its tiny flaws, but overall I'm really happy with it. Halloween 5, which nothing really new here. These are basically besides the messed up transfer with Halloween 4, these are basically the original Halloween Blu-rays of Halloween 4 and 5. So overall, same bonus content and everything. Halloween 6, this comes with the theatrical cut and producer's cut, and like I said, it is loaded with bonus features. Probably one of the most that this set has for the movies when it comes to bonus content. But yeah, I love Halloween 6. I really like the producer's cut. You know, for the longest time I thought that was the best version, but rewatching these films back and forth over the years, I definitely prefer the theatrical cut. But there are some great qualities of the producer's cut. So every once in a while, I'll go back and forth and watch a different version every October or something like that. And ironically enough, when I'm in the mood to watch a Halloween film, I put this one on quite a bit because I personally love Halloween 6. I know a lot of people don't really care for it, or you like it, but I love the movie. I think it is awesome, and this is a really nice Blu-ray. And like I said, great bonus features. Halloween H2O, one that they did an excellent job with their bonus features again. A 2-part making of, which is awesome. And it's a great transfer, and it's still a great movie in my opinion. It does have flaws when it comes to a movie, like the different masks that you would see throughout the film. But overall, you know, this was one of the first Halloween films I saw. And I still remember seeing the ending for the first time and being just shocked with the way they ended this movie. So, Halloween H2O, great movie and a great Blu-ray. Then you got Halloween Resurrection. Nothing new when it comes to bonus features and probably even a transfer. This is one that a lot of people don't really care for. Personally, I enjoyed this movie. I watch it every October. You know, when I'm watching the Halloween series, I have to watch them all, and I have a lot of fun with Halloween Resurrection. Is it perfect? No, but it's definitely, in my opinion, a good time. So that's my personal opinion. I'm probably one of the rare few people to say that, but yeah, definitely, in my opinion, worth being in the collection. So Halloween Resurrection. And even though it's not the greatest movie, I do love the artwork, not gonna lie. So, very cool. And then we got the Rob Zombie Blu-rays. Nothing really new when it comes to bonus features or transfers. If you have the Director's Cut Blu-rays, you are getting the same stuff, except they come with the original artworks. Now, this is another flaw I had with this box set, and I don't know why Dimension didn't agree with Scream Factory or Shout Factory to release the theatrical cuts, but I wish that the theatrical cuts were in this Blu-ray set because those are my favorite versions. You know, I saw both these movies in theaters and I love the theatrical cuts. Now, there's some good qualities when it comes to the director's cuts, some really cool added moments, but overall, I wish the theatrical versions were in this Blu-ray set. That would have been the icing on the cake right there because it overall would have been a perfect box set. But again, I'm a diehard Halloween fan, so for me, this set is amazing because, you know, I never thought in my life that being a horror movie fan that this series would be in a complete box set. So you get Halloween there, like I said, it's the director's cut of Rob Zombies, and you get Halloween 2, the director's cut. But this also comes with a bonus disc, and this is on, you know, bonus features when they talk about Halloween 4 and 5, new documentaries, which are great, and then some other little bonus content that you have, and I believe also the TV version of the original John Carpenter's Halloween. So I don't know why they put that on there. I guess they just kind of just threw that on a disc. But yeah, in my opinion, an awesome box set to own if you are a Halloween fan. It is out of print, and I don't really remember how much it goes for, but if you can get your hands on it, it's very cool. And then also you get a really nice booklet. So, like I said, you can get the standard box set, which is available, but you don't get all the really cool bonus content. Unless you're not really into bonus content, you know, that box set is fine. But if you love the Halloween series and if you want a lot of bonus features on these films, this is the one to try to get your hands on. Like I said, overall, it does have its tiny flaws, but it's an overall fantastic box set, so love this set. Going on, you got The Howling and The Howling 2. I'm a fan of both these movies. I know Howling 2 is really campy. I mean, really campy, but I love this sequel. I think it's a blast. I love The Howling. It is my second favorite werewolf movie. Just great. And this transfer is the best the movie's ever looked, in my opinion. I think this is the first time the US got a Blu-ray release of this movie. So that was really cool of Scream Factory to release this, because this is the first Blu-ray the US got. And the only Blu-ray the US got. But it has some really cool bonus features. Nothing really new. I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 new bonus features. But overall, if you're a fan of the film, and if you want a really cool Blu-ray edition, this is one to get. I love this artwork there. I think that's fantastic. And you do get the original artwork, which is amazing. So, very happy to own this. And then, like I said, Howling 2. I was really surprised with the treatment that this got, because a lot of people don't like it. Unless you're a die-hard Howling fan, or just a diehard Howling 2 fan, gosh, that's a tongue twister, then, you know, you'll love this edition if you're a diehard fan. But yeah, Howling 2, just awesome. I'm kind of having brain farts, I do apologize for that. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've done a video, so I apologize for that. But Howling 2, love this, love the movie, love this edition. It does have some great bonus features on it. Some of the cast and crew come back and talk about the movie. And again, it's the best this movie's probably going to look. So I think, if I'm correct, Arrow released this as well. But like I said, if you're a die-hard fan, you will pick up this movie on Blu-ray. If not, you might stick with just the DVD, or you might not even own it. So But Howling 2, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Now going on, we got Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Now, yes, the director's passed, horrible, but set aside that, these are two of the first horror movies that creep me out. And I still get chills watching these movies. I love Jeepers Creepers. The first film is the best one, of course. And I was so happy that Scream Factory released this. Now, originally, I was just going to stick with my double feature Blu-ray, but the transfers are better, and you do get some really awesome bonus content on these. And fantastic artwork. I love this artwork here. When I ordered this, it did not come with the slipcover, sadly, but I am happy to own it on Blu-ray. And like I said, it is a really awesome addition, bonus features and transfer-wise. So very happy to own that. And of course, I picked up Jeepers Creepers 2 as well. Happy to own this. I know a lot of people don't like this movie. I love it. I cannot wait for part 3. I'm a fan of these films. I have a great time watching them. They creep me out. And like I said, besides the director, which I despise that director, I love the movies. I love the films. I think they're great. So, but yeah, Jeepers Creepers 2. Love this artwork. And of course, you got the original artwork. And great bonus features. They did a really good job when it came to transfer and bonus features on this. So, Jeepers Creepers 2. The last two, this one being Legend of Hell House. I'm a fan of this film, and if you're a fan of the movie, definitely pick it up. It's one of their underrated Scream Factory releases. I love it, and I love the movie, so for me, this is one to own. Decent bonus features, but you're really... I would say you'll probably, the one thing you'll appreciate about this Blu-ray is the movie and the transfer. Like I said, decent bonus features, but the transfer is the reason to get the movie and to just own it on Blu-ray if you're a fan of the film. So, Legend of Hell House, I love this. I watch it either every October or every other October. Love the movie. So creepy. And the last one is a film that got a re-release from Scream Factory. The original release is out of print. I believe it's the one that came with the slipcover. I rebought this one because the first time I saw it, I was not too big of a fan. But I regret getting rid of it because it was a film, or I regretted getting rid of it because it was a film that I wanted to go back and rewatch. And that is Life Force, and I really enjoy Life Force a second watch. It's a great Tobe Hooper film. It's an underrated Tobe Hooper film, and I believe this is the re-release. The reason why I say that is I know the original release had like a bonus segment that wasn't licensed for Scream Factory to release, so that edition went out of print. And I believe it was the one with the slipcover. But I remember rewatching the bonus features, and I can't remember what bonus feature was the one that got Scream Factory in trouble. So for me, this is kind of the same edition that I owned before, and I paid a really, good price for this. I think it was like $12.99 brand new. So I couldn't beat that. It does come with that original artwork. But you can also, not original artwork, but new artwork, which I love. But you can also flip it around to the original artwork as well. So I like this artwork much better. So Life Force is going to be the last one in this part. Sorry if this dragged out a little bit. I really wasn't expecting to talk as much. But I love Scream Factory, so I had to talk about these individual releases. And talk about the box set as well, because this is fantastic. But anyway, guys, again, sorry if I had brain farts, tongue twisters, whatever. It's been a long time since I've done a video. If I take a break for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I am just out of it. So I will be back hopefully soon with part 3. Thank you guys, and the final part. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying these collection videos, and more videos to come in the future. Like I said, summer's here, so I want to make some videos for you guys. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. As always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. And go eat some Skittles. Alright, guys. Oh, and in with positive out with the negative. I got to say that. So bye, guys. Stay positive.